Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Honey Crack Homestead. My name is Elise. Have y'all ever had a song get so thoroughly stuck in your head that you literally just play it over and over? Shiloh, stop it. I was watching Yellowstone the other night before I went to bed, and there's this song on there, Watermelon Moonshine. And when I tell you, it has been stuck in my head ever since. Like, it is the most ridiculous thing. Um, and it's gotten so bad to the point where my kids are mad at me about listening to it so much. But it would be one thing if I was listening to it where they could hear it. I've actually been listening to it on my earbuds, so, and I don't know the whole thing by heart. I just know certain parts, and so I'll hum along to certain parts. And they were like, well, that's so much worse because you humming along to just those parts makes it's repeating the same thing over and over and over, and it just makes it even worse. So that's awesome. But yeah, so that's how my day's going so far. They were mad at me this morning and told me, just mom, please stop, please stop. And my dog's over there playing, being ridiculous. So okay, update on the garden. So I finished getting all of the potatoes planted um, and mulched. We've got a bunch of onions coming up in that bed right there. There's some asters right there in that bed, the little green bit you can see right there. We got strawberries, and I've still got to go get some more paint for the fence because we ran out of the paint that we needed. Because I'm gonna do the rest of the gates white, the same color as the fence. And also, there's like 3 or 4 posts that still, oh, well, you guys can see it. There's a few more that still need to be painted right there. So today, what we're going to do is finish digging out. There's a big root right there that we need to get out. There are big, what do you call it? Well, little trees. They're not that big that I need to get out of there. Um, and there are, and this little spot right here, I got it pretty flat, but it still doesn't, it still feels like it's not level to me. And I know I've got sand to put in there or whatever, but, and then we're going to put those um, tiles on. I've got some more in the garage. We got to finish getting all these little tiny roots out, and I want to put some soil over there and plant something around the bird feeder, or not bird feeder, bird bath. And then I kind of want to hang a bird feeder from like this tree or something. I don't know. I want to make it a calm place, a happy place. I want to make it a place that I want to be, other than just, providing food for us, because yes, it's going to provide food for us because we're trying to take more control of our food sources. And while we can't control everything on this very small plot of land, what we can do, we will do. So hopefully this will be a year's worth of potatoes. I don't know. It might be way more than a year's worth of potatoes. I have no idea. Never successfully grown potatoes before. Knock on wood. I don't know. Yeah, knock on wood. So, let's get to work. Let me stop playing, get some stuff done before it gets hot out here. there's a huge rusted out cattle panel behind here, and I tried to lift it and it said no. So I'm gonna have to wait and get some help because I'm not gonna be able to lift that by myself, but it does need to go. Well, that's one bush out. I've still got 2 more to do between the big trunk and the big tree, and then I'm gonna have to have somebody help me move the logs that are right there. But right now I've got to go in and make lunch, get everybody fed. So we'll get back to it when we're done eating. Here, back out here, digging up more of these little bushes so that I can put my whole patio area down. And of course, like everything, it's taken longer than I thought it was going to. And a couple of my strawberry plants, some of their leaves are turning yellow. I don't like that. Okay, so we got out 3 of them. I'm still working on these last 2 little bits, and then I'm gonna fill this back in. I gotta figure out something to put right there to keep it from eroding, because I want to plant probably a couple of things right here. And then I need to cut all these little small trees that are behind the fence down so that the light comes straight through here, because I want to try and probably plant some roses or something right behind my patio. I'm calling it a patio, I don't know. It's going to be these tiles down on the ground between that stump and that tree. But yeah, so I need help moving this little cattle panel that's behind my fence, and then I'm going to cut down all these little small trees that are right here, because that's a perfect place for sunlight to come in, and it's shading it over right now. So okay, and then over there is where I'm hardening off the chickweed and the henbane and the comfrey right now. And so over there is where we cleared out, and we're going to put it right there. And then that's where the chicken run's going to be. And of course there's Shiloh, because he's always somewhere nearby. And that's the garden gate. I've still got to put wire on, but I've got wire on that part of the fence right there. And then up there is where the sunflowers are going to be. There's ever-bearing strawberries in between those two, or in those 2 tower planters. And then I've got June-bearing strawberries right there in these 2 raised beds. And so now, oh, and potatoes planted all right here, and right there is onions. And I don't know what I'm planting right there while we're waiting on, because I feel like I can grow something right there while I'm waiting on the grapes. I don't know. I don't want to plant them too late into it's going to be summer in about a month or so, or no, 2 months. It's going to be summer in 2 months, because we still got the rest of April and May, and the beginning of June is still technically spring. So, but I want to make sure that I get the grapes in the ground before it gets hot outside. And I know they're not going to bear this year, and that's fine. But you're supposed to plant them in either spring or fall. And if I don't get them in the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to wait until the fall to put them in over there. And then over there, that's where the patio is going to be. Work in progress. Potatoes. And then right here is going to be all herbs and beneficial things to be right up next to the, oh, what do you call it? Right up next to where the chickens live. So we're going to put things that ward off insects, and we're also going to put perennial herbs and whatnot. This is going to be where all my baby herbs go. And then, okay, so I've got these zinnias and these hollyhocks and pots up here, and I swear something's coming in my garden and digging, and I don't know if they're like depositing things or they're just digging, but it's getting really annoying. And then these hollyhocks, I swear they're just not, I don't know, I guess they're slow growing. And these are zinnias, and I guess that's going to be a zinnia right there, but I think maybe I shouldn't have planted all 3 of them together, because they just don't look like they're doing that hot. I don't know. And then those are asters. I think those are lavender asters. Yep, lavender asters. And the apricot aster is flourishing. They're beautiful. And then my marigolds. So I think what I'm going to do with these marigolds is I'm going to take some of them out and plant them over in the bed where my tomatoes are going to be, because marigolds and tomatoes are companion plants. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I mean, I'm also going to put basil in the bed that the tomatoes are going in, so I don't want to overfill the tomato bed. And I've got to decide whether I want to put the tomatoes in this bed. Okay, see, like, it's got to be a squirrel or something. We're just going to have to put netting over the whole garden, and that makes me sad because I don't know. I don't want to have to put nets over the whole garden, but they're eating my stuff, or not even eating my stuff, but digging. And I swear it's like they're planting. I think they're planting in my beds, and I don't like it. So, okay. Strawberries they're trying so hard. A couple of them just, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I'm about to water them. So I got all of the small trees out of this hole right here, and what I'm gonna do is, well, besides getting all these saplings from behind here and this, I don't even know what you call this, is cattle panel, getting that cattle panel out of there as well, but I can't lift it by myself, or I haven't jumped over the fence and tried to lift it from that side, but we're going to get all of this behind here moved out the way, so that there's sun pouring in right here, and I'm going to plant roses, like probably 2 or 3 of them right there. And then I want to cut this flat and see if I can get some wildflowers and grow up in it. I don't know. It's there, it's stuck there, it won't go away, so I might as well make it pretty. So I got all the little tiny bushes out of there. That's where we're doing the roses. And then I've got a bunch more of these tiles. I'm just right now figuring out how big I want it to be. It can only be 4 across because that's the only space right there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do 4 by 6 maybe, or maybe 4. I don't know. I need to go grab some of them out of the garage and see exactly what I want to do, and plan it out. But for right now, I'm about to go in and make lunch. I'm being fussed at right now, so that's fun. The melons are coming up. And then my tiny little corn babies. My little corn babies, they're sprouting. There's some more little corn babies. Hey, little corn babies. Happy birthday. And we got a whole bunch of beans planted in here. And none of this stuff has come up yet except for that self-heal. And then, best part, y'all. Look. We got jalapenos and Cali bell peppers. And look at my tomatoes, y'all. They're so pretty. And then last but definitely not least, there's my zucchini and little eggplants. We potted everything up in bigger pots because they were all starting to stress and we didn't want them getting hurt. It's lamb's ear. It's so pretty, y'all. I only got to pot up one of the sages last night, and then we had water coming from our refrigerator out of the ice maker, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. It stopped, like the whole refrigerator just stopped. But yeah, I planted up, or I potted up one sage into the bigger pot, and that one seems to be doing really well. And we gotta get the rest of these put in bigger pots. And then this is some henbane, and that's going outside behind the chicken run. And then some lemongrass for around the little patio area I'm making. course, the chickweed again, food for chickens going behind the chicken run. And some of these sages are still really pretty. We gotta hurry up and get them into new pots. And then white sage. I love this one. It's so soft. It's so soft.